Attention shoppers, BlendJet's Black Friday sale is on, and it's our biggest sale ever. Stock up for the holidays, because the more BlendJets you buy, the more you save. With over 50 colors and patterns to choose from, there's a BlendJet that's perfect for everyone on your list. Skip the mall madness. We've got you covered with fast, free shipping. What are you waiting for? Go to blendjet.com and take advantage of our epic Black Friday sale. That's blendjet.com.
Old ass brutal seltzers. Why not? It's late night. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer Late Night Podcast with your pals Alan, Rapid Dave, and Rapid Dave.
I'm Alan.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
You know what? I'm just living the dream, brother. Just it was a wonderful Monday night. Rangers won. The Lions won. Sitting here drinking a few alcoholic drinks with my brother as we launch into the Seltzy boys. That's right. We're knocking back some seltzers. We're both drinking from Brutal Beerworks, the Black Talon series.
I've got the OG one.
You've got the coconut lime. I've got the lime. Fun fact about this one, it's not listed on the Untapped. So I have no idea how old this is, when I got it. They have a lime chica on there, but that one's 4.2%. This one's 5% by alcohol by volume. But let's cry. Yours is what, from 2021? So 2 years?
Yeah, 2021. I'm telling you right now, I'm nervous about it because I've had this beer for so long. I got a beer can. I got a dummy one, right? Where they didn't put beer in it, but it was there. It was just one of those things. I don't know if they did it to jerk around with us, but we had it in the fridge forever. And this can is tighter than your mama. I mean, it is tight. I'm going to go ahead and crack it now. I swear to God, if this thing blows up, I'm going to lose my mind. All right. Shut up.
It's going to make for an awesome clip.
I have not. This beer has been.
Hold it up so the people can see.
Hold on. Oh shit! We got a gusher. We got a gusher. All right. Let's let everything alleviate the pain a little bit.
When you say that, I think of Something About Mary. We got a bleeder.
We got a bleeder. Oh, it is carbonated. If there's one thing that Brutal did well back in the day. Oh, what'd you say?
How'd you get the beans above the Frank?
If there's one thing that Brutal did, like they knocked it out of the park, it's carbonation back in 2020.
Oh yeah. Let's be honest. I've been a huge fan of them since day one. We were out there opening day. It was Father's Day. A little bit over 4 years ago, we were out there, and the place was packed. Like, I got there before you did, and I had us both a flight sitting there. You showed up, got in line, got us our second flight. And then our good buddy Gina that I still work with, her and her husband Scott were there. And I jumped in line as they were close to the front of the line and got our third flight for the day. We sampled one of everything they had, and we loved it then. Shortly after that, we were there doing a live remote there on September 11th and had a blast with the guys then, and had a budding bromance since then, where I feel pretty confident, like if the situation arises, all three of us would leave our significant others and travel to Wyoming to form a love cult. So,
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'm down. I'm down for whatever.
So,
it brings me back immediately when we had this beer, because it's such a a unique combination. Almost reminds you of summertime, right? Coconut and lime. This seltzer was intended to be pounded, ran through, just hot dog down a hallway.
You treat her like your ex, right? Your ex, where it's like you guys have been broken up for a while, and she calls you one random night, and you just go over there just to say hi. The next thing you know, you're just beating it up. Right.
I'm telling you, 6.9% alcohol by volume, no IBUs, obviously a 3.3% or a 3.3 average score on Untapped. This is from 2021. The cool thing about this is, I'll say this, there's only 42 check-ins.
Okay.
And it's like, it's like, yeah, man, I still, this beer is like, or this seltzer, excuse me, Seltzy Boys, it just never got checked in a lot. It never got around. And so I have this can here, obviously, but then I have one that's sealed that's got no seltzer in it, no beer. And I've just had it around for 2.5 years, actually.
Here's what you need to do. You need to give me that can, and I'm going to go up to Brutal, and I'm just going to go in there and just complain to the random, because like we used to know all the beer tenders up there, and there's a few up there that we don't know. I'll go up there on a day when it's one of the people who has no idea who I am, and just walk in and be like, man, what the heck is going on? Like, and I'll make sure I record, but like, what's going? I got this seltzer and it's empty.
I got to go with you.
And they're gonna look at me. They're gonna be like, what do you mean? Look, it's empty. I just bought this. Yeah. He's like, we don't have that. Oh, obviously I have it.
It's got your stupid logo on it, doesn't it? Does it not say Brutal Beerworks? What other slapstick ass?
Look, if you want me to go ahead, I'll call the phone number on the can. That is 817-666 2728. Like,
I'll say this, I think we'll have to let Eric know we're going to pull that shit, just so he can have maybe some extra camera set up. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'm in on it. I'd love to do it, and I do have a can that's labeled and everything. Listen, there's no one that got screwed out of this whole thing other than me. I'm the one that didn't get this beer. But
okay, but hold on, you didn't buy it. I went and bought it.
If I have a whole 4-pack here, I probably gave you the money for it and said, "Hey, buddy, 4-pack, I had 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. What, you just handed me? So you handed me an empty beer,
allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's what you're saying. You're saying right now that you gave me,
but I never handed you just 1 or 2 beers. If I ever bring you beer, especially from Brutal, it's a whole 4-pack, right?
But
of not of the same beer, but of. It's typically 4 different beers.
You could feel like there's one beer that's maybe missing. I don't know. I'm blaming everybody. Everybody's getting blamed. Everybody's being assigned in this lawsuit. It's coming.
I'll tell you who's to blame. That SOB that walked away. That I still love, but you walked away.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I still love him. Love him.
Oh, no, I just said I still love you. But you quit. You quit on me.
Oh, Jesus. Quit on there. You're going to talk about somebody else?
I don't quit on anybody. Let's go. So I want to talk to you a little bit about a documentary that neither one of us has watched.
Okay.
The missus was watching this earlier. I walked by after, I think it was beer number 1. I was like, oh, what are you watching? She's always watching some sort of a documentary or something like that just makes you question everything about humanity, right? Some effed up documentary about somebody screwing somebody over, whatever. And this is another one of those.
It's some chick that's like, how much worse can it be now? And then she watches one of these and goes, I feel okay. It's one of those where you feel like secure enough to stay with Alan.
Like, yeah. This is one of those that you watch and you're like, you might sit there and you'd be like, man, I'm not that great of a parent, right? Like your kids are acting out, whatever. And you think, hey, maybe I'm just not cut out to be a parent, right?
There's a lot of people out there for that. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you see oh, here's this documentary. You know what? I'm not that bad. And the documentary is about
people who kill their kids.
No.
You're still a terrible.
No, they're not killing their kids. It's about Wrinkles the clown.
The clown?
Wrinkles the clown.
Yeah. What's wrong with Wrinkles? What'd he do?
Wrinkles the clown is the clown that parents hire to scare the shit out of their kids.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Okay. Your kids.
Yes.
That you're raising.
Yeah.
That you're trying to raise good kids. Whatever. You're trying to do your best, right?
Yeah.
But you're like, hey, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hire this clown to scare the living shit out of my kid.
Same thing as Scared Straight, right? For the prison and shit like that.
Well, no, because it's not like these kids are it's your kid's not out there breaking laws. You're just like, hey, I want to scare the shit out of my kid. Let me hire this clown to come and scare the shit out of my kid. My kid's great. My kid's a straight A student, does great in school, does all this stuff, but I just want to scare the shit out of him just because why not?
Oh, just to do it?
Yeah, no, that's what
Oh,
these. You're like, hey, this will be funny if I hire this clown to scare the shit out of my kid. Which
this might not be this might be an unpopular opinion, but yeah, no, if you do this for a kid and traumatize them and you got like a good kid, you should probably be sterilized at that point because you don't deserve to
like
have kids. You're an
right,
idiot.
like
You're an
you're just
asshole.
like, hey, I feel like scaring my kid. Why not?
Like Wiggles should beat the shit out of you or whatever his name is.
Hey, I get scared, right? Like I've done the thing where like your kid's not in the room, their room. You go in the room, you hide under their bed, and they're laying down there, and you scare the shit out of them, right? Or you're around the corner, and they come around the corner, and you scare them, right? I've done that with a nephew. Like
I mean,
I
I get the
scared the living
second
crap
part,
out
but
of
not the first one. Jesus Christ.
them. Well, I mean, you're not. Come
Like
on.
I'm just sitting under the bed, just waiting to jump out. Jesus
You're not
Christ.
sitting under there for a long time. You're under there for like a minute or two, and the other parents following you in there so they can record it and stuff, and it's funny, right? You're just like and they're like jump
Sounds
scares,
like
right?
two
But
terrible parents.
nah, I mean, I'm mediocre at
That sounds
best.
like terrible.
But I'm not hiring a clown to come and scare the living crap out of you, so that you're scared of clowns for the rest of your life, right? Like that's that's fucked up, right? I'm not alone on thinking this, right?
I mean, it is effed up. I have an aunt that's terrified of clowns. So, like, when we did the clown theme out front of the house, you remember a couple years ago?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
posting a video. We're like, hey, what?
Did that for a couple of years, the clowns.
She was like, holy shit, that's scary. Yeah, I couldn't even watch. Like, after the first 5 minutes ago, shit, I got a clown sitting in the passenger seat next to me in my Dodge. If I got to drive around with that MF for all the time, like,
It sits around there year round, which is crazy. But yeah. But
that's who goes for a ride with me, man. It is what it is. But yeah, no, if you're going out of your way to scare the shit out of your kids, I said this, I think I mentioned this to somebody else too. It's like, it's like you go out of your way to like coddle your kid and like make sure they're in the right car seat or they're right school or this and that or whatever. But then you'll go and like just try to scare the shit out of them for no reason. It's like, that's a terrible parent. That is. It's
you
like
want to
what are you
traumatize your
doing?
kid. Like, why?
You're
Like,
you're exactly right. You're traumatizing your kid, and then the rest of their life they can't function properly in certain situations or something like that, and they're scared of shit, like of all these things. But but you had to get those clicks, right? You're like that biggest piece of shit that had to get like, you know what, our TikTok's gonna blow up or whatever. But you're scaring the shit out of your kid. Like, yeah, I think that's it for you. I think like, someone should find you, sterilize you, and you shouldn't have any more kids. Try to work on the kid that you have now. And Jesus Christ, like, what is your fucking deal? Like, I mean,
yeah,
are you that big of a loser? I don't mean to tack this on to the Black Talon Brutal Beerworks review. I'm just saying.
this has nothing to do with Black Talon, but it has to do with deadbeat douchebag parents, right? Like,
It's super
I mean, I
complicated.
get like who hasn't like your kids walking down the hallway and you see them coming down, so you just kind of hide behind the corner and they walk past you like rah, right? That's fine,
I
right?
do it all the time.
You're not traumatizing your kid by doing something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or hiding, you hide in their closet and they're in there, they come in the room and you jump out of their closet after they're in there for a second and you scare them. Uh, It's
That's borderline as well.
no, I
I
don't think
don't do that. I don't do that either.
I'm not sitting in there for like 30 minutes, right? I'm in there for like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I walk in there, I go, oh, I jump in there, they're in the room, they're sitting down, you wait like a minute after they're in the room, then you jump out. Okay. Uh, but like going and hiring someone, I'm paying money to someone to scare the living crap out of my kid. That's different. Like,
I agree with you on that. And I think I'm just getting older. I think it's like, if we have Isaiah over at the house and there's a circle, You can go this way or this way, and you can still end up in the same room type thing.
Right.
And so I'll fake going left or fake going right. And then we come around like, hey, it's not I'm going to eat your soul thing. It's,
Right.
And he takes off. He laughs. He's laughing the whole time
He
around.
thinks it's funny, right?
Yeah. He's having more of a good time than he is being scared to death. But, take it, from me.
It's Chevy truck season. And with the Chevy Silverado, there's no such thing as an uphill battle. With the Chevy Silverado, you can take on the mountains or you can move them. Because with impressive towing capability, an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen, and a choice of powerful engines to pick from, whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado with the capability you need. Click to learn more. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I don't know what got me as a child or as an adult or whatever it is, but I told you and I told everybody that listens and watches, I'm a giant P. I don't watch scary movies. I am terrified of them and stuff like that.
You watch a bunch of them, but
I do, but there's some that I don't watch, and there's like Lizzie won't let me watch others, and it's like because there's something that hit me where I've been traumatized to where I'll stay up all effing night, and I'm like, I'll lay in my bed. I'm sitting there as like 40-something-year-old dude. I'm just like laying there. I'm like, someone's coming to come. But eventually, though, I'll tell you the trick. Here's the trick. The trick is you just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You welcome that sweet
sweet release of death. Yeah. No, and like right now, like Halloween season, right? The kiddos and they've been watching a bunch of like scary movies and stuff. But the thing that they always do, like I when I came home the other night, they were watching like The Conjuring 2 or something like that. And they finished watching that, and then before they go to bed, they sit down, they watch an episode of My Little Pony, right?
Yeah.
They have something that we call the palate cleanser, right?
Yeah.
And you watch something that's not scary before you go to bed. For me, like I've been watching a bunch of stuff on Hulu, the Huluween, a bunch of these scary movies and stuff like that. But I watch them during the day while I'm sitting here working. Like I'm working and I have stuff on the TV, and so I'm watching it as I'm working, almost as kind of like background noise and things. The other night, I actually I think it was like Friday night. I was sitting here and I was watching something on Hulu, one of their scary movies, and I was building a Lego set, watching something, and then when I was done, I fired up a couple episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's always getting that palate cleanser before you go to bed. Just something to change the mood. Like the movies I watched weren't like super scary or anything like that, but let me get some comedy before I go to bed.
I'm with you on that, and I've done the same thing as a child, adolescent, as an adult, things like that. And I can sit there if the sun's out, I can sit there and watch whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. It's not like worrisome or anything like that. But yeah, I do work in some American Dad, some Family Guy, maybe some Futurama, Always Sunny, things like that, and it definitely just mellows me out, and I'll go right to bed. But I think that like, dude, I like growing up, man, it used to terrify the shit out of me. I don't know if it's obviously my mother or whatever. It was like she would put on like Freddy or goddamn Jason or something like that. I'm like, these are the two dudes you cannot kill. And like, that's my problem. Everybody else you can handle. You can handle anybody else. But when it comes to like Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers now, obviously, same type of issue. And I'm like, nothing else terrifies me. But for some reason, those three dudes and like shit you can't kill, that terrifies me.
Like Freddy is like, if you're asleep, he comes to get you, right? Like,
Yep. Step off.
so I definitely remember like when I was a young lad watching like the first like one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, right? One of the first ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, so if I go to sleep, he's gonna
Johnny Depp out there getting eaten alive by his goddamn waterbed. I had a fucking waterbed myself. I'm sitting there just like, is it tonight? I don't know what's gonna happen, man. The Braves just lost the World Series. I don't know what's going on. Fucking Carter, F that guy.
Braves lose with Greg Maddux. I don't understand.
The world is not right.
That and like it was, you've got like Halloween, right? And
Yeah.
so you're watching that, and like there was one year where like Friday the 13th fell on Halloween, or not on Halloween, but in October, right?
It
And so
happened this year, but it happened back in the day, and all hell broke loose.
but when I was a kid watching that, you're just like, and so I'm out like trick or treating and stuff, and I'm like just like looking around, and you got people in the Jason mask, and you're like that guy. This is, you're different when you're a kid, but I mean things are definitely
Shit, I'm like that
strange.
as an adult, bro. Like I had some dude hanging around the neighborhood, like when we first kind of moved into the neighborhood. He's out walking around with the Jason is it Myers? Yeah, the Myers mask, the Michael Myers mask.
Michael Myers, Jason and Michael Myers. Jason wore the hockey mask.
Michael Myers is walking around the neighborhood. He's stopping under all the street lights.
Yeah, you've
And
told me
he's
about
looking at you. I'm like, dude, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I kind of start pulling it up. I go, if I gotta do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna let you know if you come around too hard on me tonight, I think everybody should have fun. But
there's a point, right?
yeah.
Like to a point. Like it was like back when I ran the half marathon, was when you had
Oh God, he's getting
the
emotional here.
the whole big thing of like clowns. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
were walking around all over the place dressed as clowns, scaring the
Yeah.
crap out of people and stuff like that. And I was doing a lot of my training at night. And so I was at a park in Watauga. They had like a big loop that I would go and run like every night, and it's all lit and stuff like that. But like there was a couple nights like I'm out there running, and there's someone out there in like a clown outfit and stuff like that, just trying to f with people.
Mhm.
And like there was one night like I'm running, and this guy's like standing on the path that I'm running. It's a sidewalk going around a little lake or a pond or whatever.
Right.
And like he's standing in front, and I'm running towards him like, dude, get the out of the way. Move. And he's just standing there. And I go, if you don't get out of the way, I'm not responsible for what happens.
There you
And
go.
he kind of like stepped to the side a little bit, and I
Yeah.
ran I
He's
ran
out there to have fun,
and
but
I
you're out
come
there
back
to
around the second time, and I'm like, dude, if you don't get out of here, I'm gonna beat your ass.
oh Jesus. No one believes that.
And the guy, he pulled his mask off and walked away. But just like I'm not doing it. Like
There's
the first time, okay, I'll give you the first time, right? And I say something, you walk away, but you're there the second time, we're gonna have an issue and we're gonna have a problem.
yeah.
And I'm gonna be back around here in about 4 to 5 minutes, because that's just how long the track is. And if you're still there, we're gonna have issues again.
Yeah. It is one of those things where, people are trying to have fun. I do it out here all the time. You know what I mean? I don't trace people down the street. Well, we've done that one year where we had the kids over here. Everybody's dressed as a clown, just running fucking
We're
amok.
doing it on Halloween though, too,
Yeah,
right?
we're
Like
doing it on
this is
Halloween.
this is like October 5th
Yeah.
or something like that, right? And it's like, dude, and all the stuff's going around where people are doing it all over the country. And like you have stories of like people like there's stories of some people dressed as clowns attacking people and things like that. And some people who are dressed as clowns who get attacked because they're effing with people during this whole time. It's like now's not the time, brother.
Yeah.
Now's not the time.
All those things you see, they're sitting there like whatever, like everybody reaches down, like, yeah, if you want to be real, we can be real. And they're like, oh, it's a prank, it's a prank. They get the fuck out of here. If I already gave you like one warning, if not two, it's enough. That's all you need. If you're there to have a little bit of fun, there's no problem. But if someone tells you they're not interested, get the hell out of the
Walk away.
way. Leave it alone.
Walk away.
Yeah,
Walk
and
away.
we don't do that here. Like, Lizzie and I would go out front. We're fogging up the street. We got our little LED mask on. We're not anywhere else other than in our yard. We're just sitting there having a good time. But yeah,
Right.
people that like go around like, dude, that fucking Michael Myers mask is like, bro.
There's a guy
Like,
who I think he's like the Michael Myers of Decatur, and he's on TikTok, and like you see videos of him, and like he'll be in like stores and stuff dressed at it, or walking down the street. And like I think this last year it's like him, and like he has like his kid dressed as it too. And so
yeah,
they're both walking down the street, and like, okay, when there's people that have like called the cops on them, like the cops show up and like, dude, you can't. you got to stop. Like, if someone tells you, like, hey, I'm not into this, walk away. But you just can't
if you're
keep
hanging
pushing
out, then it
it.
doesn't matter. If they're like, I'm calling the cops on you because you're disturbing me, but I'm in my house, no one gives a shit. I don't care.
Yeah,
Let people
but
have fun to a certain extent. If you're sitting there jerking around with somebody and they're like, hey, enough's enough, and then you're like still going, hey, welcome to Texas. You're probably gonna get fucking shot.
I'll tell you what some of my favorite videos are is the people that are effing around with people dressed as clowns. And it was like, dude, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And they just keep walking towards them. And then the clown gets knocked out because he just keeps pushing, right? You keep pushing, you keep pushing. The dude's like, dude, step away, step away. Or the guy dressed as a clown just rolling up on some random person. And the guy's first reaction is the throw. Some dude jumps around the corner, scares the crap out of him who he has no idea, and throws a fit. Hey, sorry, bro.
You get yourself a little 1-2 combo, buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
usually you have to pay extra for this kind of action, but you're getting it for free tonight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm telling you.
But, yeah.
I'm all for hanging out, but I don't, as much as we are into things, or I almost said Thanksgiving, as much as we're into Halloween, I don't go around the neighborhood trying to scare the shit out of anybody. I have all my shit out front.
Yeah.
We stay out front. I don't roam the neighborhood looking for fun. I will say this, this is the only caveat I'll give you. And it's because we were all here in our front yard, in the front of our house.
Okay.
And it was like, yeah, Lizzie's dressed as a clown. Jacob's dressed as a clown. We're all dressed as clowns. I got Jacob this massive mallet that I made. So he's like chasing people down the street and shit like that. But it was like their parents are all laughing their ass off in the car. You know what I mean? Like they locked the doors and then drove off, and shit like that. But
at no point in time was someone saying, dude, stop. And he kept going, right? If someone said stop, he would stop, right?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Like, if someone tells you, like, dude, I'm not into this, stop, and you keep pushing, that's on you, whatever happens next.
It's a rough,
rough. Like, have fun, but don't be a dick. Yeah. Right.
Everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to get scared. But yeah, once you hear that stop bullshit, like, buddy, you better stop. You're going to get what you don't want. And what you don't want might actually end you. So
you don't want to play fuck around and find out, because it never works out for you. It doesn't work out. But real quick, so let's finish up. We're drinking Black Talon series. I got the lime. You got the coconut and lime. Seltzy Boys for life. What do you think about that one?
It holds up. It's super carbonated, to be honest with you. Anytime I ever pour any more into the cup, it fizzes up really hard. But they figured something out 2 years ago. They said the coconut, the lime, it all works itself out.
That's a song,
it's a beautiful seltzer, right?
Lime, and you put it all together. The coconut, the lime, and you put it all together. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this one I've had in the fridge for so long. When you said, hey, let's just drink it, I felt kind of bad. I was like, man, I've had this seltzer for so long. It's like, I don't want to drink it. I've had it for this long. I got an empty can in the fridge and I'm going to hold on to it. But this one, I'm like, Jesus, I just, when you have something for that long, it's hard to let go of it. I'm glad I had it. For me, it knocked back quick, easy, but carbonated, you have to worry about that. I'm just saying, you probably, listen, if you're watching this video, you probably don't have one. I've had it in my fridge for 2 years.
Yeah.
Alan's had it for a couple of years as well.
I have no idea how long I've had this one. Again, it's not on the Untapped. There's no date on it or anything like that. It's just I buy stuff from Brutal all the time, and I have some stuff that's set. It sits for a while. Like, I've got the Texas Rangers right now. That's been sitting for over a year in my fridge. They just released a new version of it, which I'm going to go pick up, and then we're going to do a review where we each have an old one and we each have a new one. And we drink the old one, then we drink the new one, and let's just have some fun, right? Mm-hmm. But as far as this is concerned, this lime one, delicious. I'm really enjoying it. It's things like this that makes it easy to be a Seltzy boy. Let's just be honest. Yeah.
Every day, every week. If you're not part of the Patreon, you should be. It's patreon.com/strikeout beer. Get extra content, extra episodes, extra everything.
Just
Check it
all
out. Your first month is free. Ask Alan about that. $3 to get in. You can't beat it. Get some extra content and fun. You're supporting your boys by just buying them a beer a month. There you go. $3.
That's it.
Buying your boys a blunt.
Yep. But hey, Brutal Beerworks out in North Richland Hills. Go check them out, guys. You hit up 3 breweries in the lightning bolt of North Richland Hills. You hit up False Idol, Brutal Beerworks, and Keyworth Brewing. They're all right there. It's the lightning bolt of Texas. You won't regret it. That's all I got to say. But as always, I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave.
We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Happy Halloween.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.